Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This one will be about WandaVision episode 6. It just came out on Friday, so let's get to it. So I have a couple theories on Evan Peters' Quicksilver. So either A, it's just another dead body that Wanda is puppeteering around Westview. I mean, when she lost her cool and her guard dropped a bit, we did see the guy was dead the same way we saw how Vision was dead. Because we know that, she's making this reality look in a way that makes her happy. So the guy looked like the MCU version of how he was dead and everything in terms of like the bullet holes. So I feel like this guy that's playing Pietro could literally just be a dead body that was buried in Westview that she just brought up to life and gave him Pietro's powers to make herself feel better. Option B is it could be a Mephisto, a Kython, or, an Agnes, someone who's possessing the body to appear as Pietro to get Wanda to use her powers for themselves, or they have a second agenda in some sort of way. He is asking a lot of questions like, how did you do it, etc., etc. So that's always an option. Another option is it could be Evan Peters' Quicksilver from the Fox movies, but when he came to our universe, he started getting sort of the memories of the MCU Quicksilver, but at the same time, Wanda keeps saying how she remembers these events differently, so I really don't think that's going to be it. I do have a theory, though, that if Tommy and Billy do age up, older adult Tommy could look like Evan Peters. And, Tommy, when he gets older, does play the hero Speed. So in the future of the MCU, we could have an Evan Peters playing, a type of Quicksilver character, which would be kind of cool, especially if they could bring back Aaron Taylor Johnson, like they just grab him from another universe. So that way we have two Quicksilvers running around at the same time. I think that'd be very cool. And I totally think that's still an option on the table because literally the Gamora from Endgame is just another Gamora, and she's going to be in Guardians 3, and she's not even from our universe. Our Gamora died, so what's stopping them from continuing stealing people from other realities? So we're going to talk a little bit about Vision and how, kept seeing people not moving as much, not acting really alive per se. The way I think the world works is that if you're in Wanda's immediate vicinity, or even 100 meters out, you are animated, but the farther away you get from her, she isn't controlling you. You're still locked into that position. So you saw the lady trying to put the thing on the hook and the guy picking up the pumpkin and putting it back down, and then you get all the way out and people are just straight up frozen. But Agnes was able to talk and communicate with Vision. I think that was just a throwaway for them to be like, oh, look, she's not Agatha Harkness. I still think she is, but, there is some points that she is under Wanda's control, but because she has a magical user herself, she almost has enough power to sort of escape a little bit, but not fully, if that makes sense. So I think that's just a throwaway, but I still think that is Agatha Harkness. And also, by the way, because of that same reason that she is powerful and everything, it could literally be Agnes sending a fake Pietro to try to get Wanda to spill the beans on how she made this micro universe. Maybe Agnes wants to do the same thing. But yeah, I do think that Agnes is in control sometimes, but not all the time. I don't think she was faking it. That did seem kind of real and genuine, but that's definitely a thing. A buddy of mine also sent me this theory that in the comics, Agnes eats this one type of flower. She talks about the azalea bushes by her house. And after you consume the flower, you have to have an animal consume it as well, and then you kill and eat the animal. And in the comics, I guess she had done that with her cat, and it gives you premonition to the future. So some people think that she had eaten Sparky, their dog, and because she never gave the dog back to him, and we know Sparky ate the flowers. So that she gave him the dog, and when Vision is talking to her, and she's like, all is lost, it's over anyways, and she starts cackling like a witch, is because she had the premonition that, they're going to be stuck here forever, or something like that. Another thing I want to point out was that, yeah, Pietro did literally call Wanda's kids demon spawn. So, I feel like he's not letting on what he actually knows. He knows more than he realizes. He has a sort of amnesia. But at the same time, Pietro could just be another person, just a regular person. But Wanda is projecting her subconscious on Pietro. So, he's asking all these questions because she's trying to figure out herself how she did it, how she set up this world. People's subconsciouses will repress bad memories. He mentions something along that too. He mentions the demon spawn. She does know internally that there is a Mephisto or a sort of character like that at play here. I think it's definitely possible that Quicksilver basically is her. It's her subconscious, but talking back to her. if that makes sense what I'm saying there. I even think it's possible that part of her subconscious is put on Vision. The good side of her being like, this isn't right, we need to stop this. Because she keeps getting reassured. She's like, wait, am I doing the right thing? What I'm doing is fine, right? She's having an internal struggle that is in a deeper level. Also, there's a moment in the episode where Herb says, is there something I can do for you, Wanda? Do you want something changed? Almost like all the residents know that Wanda's in control here and that she's sort of directing the show, but maybe only on the surface level. We can go back to the previous episode where Agnes is like, do you want to take it from the top? You want me to help the children, right? Almost like, in the first 2 episodes, we saw Wanda rewind time and things to work out, but now she is sort of more in control than she realizes, and the other characters seem to realize it too. And then going further on, Pietro even literally says, he says, hey, man, he's like, I came here to town unexpectedly. I'm trying to stir up some trouble and then cause you grief. It's what you wanted, isn't it? I'm just trying to do my part. So that tells me that he also is here by Wanda's request. I still have the idea that it could be that all these people are dead. And Wanda's literally puppeteering everybody, putting her subconscious and memories in everybody. Maybe it's why she can't remember everything. But he's definitely not normal. Again, I just find it fascinating how much he knows and why he's asking so many questions. And, he said it's what you wanted. So it's just so interesting. Also, we see Vision literally falling apart outside of the boundary of the Hex. And I think we're seeing him go back to the form he was before Wanda took him from Sword. In the episode where they showed that scene, it's kind of hard to tell, but it definitely looks like Vision isn't even a whole body. Like they've split him in half already. And, we see the pieces falling off of him, and we see his internals, not just like his exterior. I think over the last 5 years, Sword has ripping him apart and using Vision's body over the year for various parts and just trying to get a hold of the vibranium, because before, the world really knew about Wakanda, the only vibranium was Captain America's shield, but now vibranium is slowly getting everywhere. I'm sure vibranium has been in the black markets like we've seen in Black Panther, so I think Sword is just trying to get their own hand on it, and they've been using Vision like that. And it's like, well, why didn't Tony stop him? Because Tony was alive the last 5 years, before Endgame at least. I think honestly, Tony just wanted to be with his family. He didn't really give a flying anything. So yeah, kind of messed up about Sword, but as we know in this universe, Sword, Shield, some of these organizations are kind of shady. And then at the very end, I think it's hilarious that the Sword agents got turned into clowns. Very, very funny, because that's how Wanda sees them. Wanda sees them as clowns. So all good, all good. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode. These are just some things I noticed, some theories, and some points I wanted to touch upon. I'm thinking about doing another theory video about just like the broader sense of the show. That may come out this week. That may come out next week. That may come out never. But I do have like a rough idea of what I want to talk about, so we shall see. Anyways, thanks again everybody for watching. Like, subscribe, all those stuff. I'll see you guys for the next one.